Hello everyone. My name is Tsultrim Dorjee. I'm a director and founder of Tibetan Cancer Society. Tibetan Cancer Society is founded by me back in the late 2014, I guess. Let's say 2015. And we are helping Tibetan Cancer Society patients in particular and helping other patients who came across us. And we mainly conduct cancer awareness program in different parts of the community, and also do free screening camps and things like. We invite our great oncologists to respective rural places to educate them about cancer and to do some screenings to prevent cancers. So that's what we're doing for the last 6 years now. And on reaching in Delhi, I came across Dr. Amit Javed. It was like 2 to 3 years before, I guess. Maybe I know him since 2 years now, I guess, almost 2 years. Well, the story happened because we were like helping underprivileged cancer patients. We're helping them with guiding them, not just guiding them. So we also fund their treatments too. We came across one patient. Normally we do like screen them at AIMS Hospital, then to Delhi State, and some to Rajiv Gandhi too, Rajiv Gandhi Cancer Institutions, but never visited Delhi before. Because one of our patients, she came from Arunachal Pradesh, and she was suffering from stomach cancer, terminal stomach cancer patients. She'd been rejected, she'd been told that there was no chance of recuperations for her, and there will be no further treatment for her. And the Tamariba hospitals in Arunachal, they sent her back to home to prepare for dying. So then her daughter came across our Tibetan Cancer Society details, and she approached me. Upon approaching, we said we will do whatever we can to help her. Then we done proper initial investigations from Delhi State Cancer Institutions. Upon further investigations, we came to know that she needs surgery, and she was referred to Tibetan hospitals. And that's how I encountered Dr. Amit Javed. We've been done an investigation for almost a month period at Tibetan hospitals by some Dr. Niket, he was a junior doctor something, and there was a Dr. Amit Javed, name was written outside the right door. And I always felt that Dr. Amit Javed must be a very senior person. Yes, and somehow I would get to meet Dr. Agarwal. He's the head of gastroenterologist in Japan. Upon meeting him, I came across Dr. Javed too. And at first I thought he was his son or something, and he was too young, really. Because when I just, when I visited the day, on Wednesday or something to the OPD, and there he was. And he was the doctor, the Amit Javed. Really, I was surprised. Patient was saying he's so young. And there are a lot of patients queuing up. It's whenever you visit Tibetan hospital, you every Wednesday and Saturday, you came to realize there are a lot more people waiting outside just to get consult from Dr. Amit Javed. That's how much popular he is there. We were so much queue up there, and I just felt, now that Dr. Amit Javed came, so we waited for a queue, and we came to meet Dr. Amit Javed. And he was the most generous, most compassionate person I ever met. Because I know him for 2 years, and I visited a lot of hospitals, many occasions, and every time we visited him, never ever ill-treated underprivileged cancer patients or any patient he came across him. He's so patient. He listened to every single thing, whatever they have to say. I have came across so many doctors who just blindly shout out at and some's not a bad person, but lose our patients, right? You've been seeing 100 to 200 patients, sometimes a lot more, and you lose somehow patients, right? Because they are just pushing up, and sometimes their problems may seem silly, he already explains every details, again asking the same question in the different ways. So that's what, but still, he's remain patient, remain calm, And he always talk politely to every patient, no matter what financial background you are, no matter who you are, what religions, caste, doesn't matter at all. Whenever you meet him, he'll talk so politely to you. Really, that's really surprised me, Me as a health social worker, I always look up to him because I felt, I'm just very small in terms of him, but still always try to practice what he do, really, because talk politely to people, underprivileged patients or any patients who come across me. We always do that, and I really got motivated for him. Then upon meeting him, he said, "Yeah, there is a chance of surgery," and I was surprised because I say, "Okay, we do surgery." I spoke with him with the doctor and said, "Yes, let's go ahead." And upon the surgery, patient was recuperated really well. The patient was after surgery, maybe a week or two, the patient was absolutely fine. Yes, it's been almost 6 or 7 months now. Not more than 7 months now, I guess. And the patient is completely sound of health. The other team of the doctors in Arunachal said there is no further treatment for her. She must prepare for her death. And now she's living the best of her life with full sound of health. She has gained weight. She is a terminal cancer patient, and that is cured by Dr. Amit Javed. Really. You know what? We took a picture, right? Me, along with Dr. Amit Javed and that particular patient. Her name is Tsultrim Dorjee. She's Mumbai, from Arunachal Pradesh. And we took a picture together, okay? And she was kept on insisting me that send me that pictures. And I sent it to her daughter, and they just printed out the picture and keep it on the the altar. That's how it's supposed to be. Example, we keep the God pictures and the God photos and the High Lama photos in Tibetans, in Buddhisms, or in Hindu, you keep Ganesh and all this in the God photos, right? God pictures and all those things, idols. So she kept it there, and she said, "You guys are lifesavers." I was just communicator. So financially we are happy with them, but all the credit goes to Dr. Amit Javed. He took it back. That's how it is. Then there are a lot of other patients, okay? There are a lot of other patients who came across him, and always there are plenty of patients who came across right into the camp. There was a lama, which still is contributing now, but his stomach was full of cancer, stomach throughout, and he completely resected the full stomach. Right now, the particular patient we have now, he doesn't have stomach. His intestine is joined with the foot pipe or in pipe, so he's still living. He's still breathing. That's the magic of the Amit Javed. Really, I was surprised back then, because how can a person live without stomach? Complete resected stomach. How can a person live? Somehow, the miracle do happen, right? So that's the Dr. Amit Javed for you. That's how it will happen. And he never because always meeting him, he never irritated any patient, whether it's recommended me or not. Doesn't matter. He always talk polite, always will be help, always. And he is the most dedicated doctor I ever met. Really. And we had put him to our magazine cover, and we're looking forward to have him on the back of the magazine cover to show gratitude to him. That's how good he is. And recently, back in Ladakh, back last summer, I invited him to Ladakh. In Ladakh, now it's a completely rural place. There is not a single oncologist reside there. And I invited him there. He's a gastroenterologist in Ladakh, particularly in the Tibetan community. We do have a gastroenterologist problem. That's huge. Tibetan per se, as per our demographic survey, stomach cancer is the leading cause of death in our community, and gastritis is huge. Okay, gastritis is huge. Every 2 to 3 persons having all these problems, gastritis problems. I invited him there to Ladakh. Although he was really occupied with so many things, but he still accepted. And when I called him there, and we did what is that awareness program in school. The teacher was sitting way behind the students on the chair. And normally, like people, whenever we have a resource person talking, the teacher mainly just pretend to listen, but they don't care much, right? But what the medical happened is that when Dr. Amit Javed spoke, that all the teachers from the back came on the front. They leave their chair and they sit on the floor just to listen to them. That's really happened, really. And I was quite surprised. Even the teacher was saying, like, who is that doctor? Because the thing is that normally in our community and in Indian communities, all in communities, the doctor has to be senior, he is to be old, to become a more like, kind of like, oh, that must be old and must be expert or something. If it is young, we pretend he must be new or he doesn't have much experience or something. And upon looking at Dr. Javed, he is so young, right? He look in mid-30s, right? But when he speaks, when he starts talking, and everything changed. The perception towards him was completely changed, and the teacher was quoting. I know I came across so many teachers were saying like how that young doctor speaks so well, and they really get to know about stomach cancer and how to prevent it. It's a wonderful feeling. Then what happened is that there was a patient, okay? A lady came across me and she said, her father-in-law was sick, and she said like he won't be able to come for the screening part in the camp. And I requested Dr. Javed, like, so is that possible for you to visit the patient house because the patient is old and he may not be able to come to the screening. And he immediately said, okay, definitely we can do that. He's been seeing the patient all day long, right? Okay. There are so many patients. And right after that, he said, okay, although he was tired, but he never said no to patients. And upon meeting him, and he immediately said he must be to Delhi, otherwise he may pass within a few days. And somehow the patient family decided to take him to Delhi. And upon reaching Delhi, Dr. Amit Javed helped him immediately to Tibetan hospitals. And the patient was in a really critical state. The thing is that his intestine was gone to the 10 times more than the actual size. And the thing is that the period of the surgery is very critical. If he after the surgery also, the past 3 days will be very critical. 3 days decide whether he live or not. That was a really intense situation for us. I was 3 days waiting for him, and I was I was in Ladakh. The doctor Amit Javed already flew and he operated there. I was expecting another doctors further Ladakh. Then after passing 3 days, the patient is well. Really, the patient lived. That's really because things that I felt Ladakh, just going to Ladakh and helping, and not just help, just we save life. Dr. Amit Javed does that, and it really moved me to the core. Really, every time I met him, it just felt for me, he's everything. Sorry, it's really that patient is completely sound of health now. You know that? So that's just the success story we're looking for, right? Because we went to Ladakh, we did a lot of things. Because I invited him, and in return, he just saved life. If he remained in Ladakh, he must have passed long before. After 3 days, he must pass, and his stomach was still dead. But he's surviving now. He's breathing, and he is having the best life. The patient thanked me, and he said, without you, patient's sons and every relatives. Because for me, although he was older, he's older, because my grandpa, he was 80 something, and he passed. That time I was college students, and still now it's been more than 10 to 12 years now, and I still miss him. I still wish he can stay longer, and that I see him in his eye, that old man. because without Dr. Amit Javed, he must have passed, but he survived. And for grandson and his families, they all are happy to him to be back. And he was completely normal afterwards, completely. And he's still breathing and walking like a normal person. That's the miracles we're looking for. That's the miracles, how it happens, Dr. Amit Javed. It's really Dr. Amit Javed, we are so grateful. Not just me, we all Tibetan Cancer Society, all the beneficiaries of our societies, all are so grateful to him. And one more incident I want to share, while I was in Ladakh last time, was that my father had a cardiac arrest just last winter, yes, at Delhi, and he was admitted and he was completely in a very bad situation. And Dr. Amit Javed, I never invited him. I just asked him what he needs to do. So I asked his opinion because I always have special bond with him. So I asked him. I showed him the recordings as his review. And to my surprise, he received it. My father, my father was in the army, ex-Indian army. My two brothers are serving in the army, so somehow my father are allowed to treat that in army hospitals, our hospitals. At that time, in 11 evening, Dr. Amit Javed came to visit my father. How wonderful he is. I'm nothing, I'm just a very small person, so I came to visit my father after his hospital's time. So that's how Dr. Amit Javed is. Thank you so much, Dr. Javed. And we are looking forward to associate with him. And on behalf of all my patients, we pray for his long life and success in his